This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
And good morning on a Monday. Nick Saletti here with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. It's a big week in the fight against COVID-19 because in a matter of days, children ages 5 to 11 could be getting the vaccine. The CDC's vaccine advisors are set to vote tomorrow, and then the CDC director is expected to officially recommend it, so more kids could be getting their shots as soon as Wednesday.
Vaccine has undergone strict evaluation to assure safety and effectiveness. And this was reviewed independently by a panel of experts along with the FDA.
Only about a quarter of parents say they'll get their kids vaccinated right away. 2/3 say they're worried it could affect their children's future fertility.
There's nothing in the data to suggest that. And there's nothing in the data to suggest that that happens with adults either. There's also no biologically plausible mechanism through which that would occur.
According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, nearly 6.3 million children have tested positive for the virus. Right now, new cases account for a quarter of all cases across the nation. As for the Moderna vaccine, the company says the FDA needs more time to review the vaccine. For teenagers, the FDA wants to review the risk of heart inflammation in children and teens ages 12 to 17. Moderna predicts the review might delay emergency use authorization. Its vaccine in this age group until maybe January. It also said the review would delay its application for a vaccine in younger children. Starting today, companies that ship to the U.S. face new fines if their cargo containers don't move from ports in a timely manner. The ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach say containers scheduled to move by train will have 3 days to move off the port. Containers moved by truck will have 9 days. If not, companies face a fine of $100 per day for each container. School districts are scrambling right now to find bus drivers. We've seen districts here in the valley cancel routes when there wasn't enough drivers. But with districts so short, what's being done to make sure your kids stay safe? I spoke with the state, school districts, and drivers themselves to find out the rules of the road.
Every time we get a new bus and every time our new shift starts, we do this every single time.
These checkups, all part of the daily routine for Mesa school bus driver David ALSTON.
My first initial reaction would be like most people, they're like, you drive kids around? And I said, it's not as bad as it sounds, and I fell in love with it my first day.
So in love, he's been on the job for 5 years and has no plans to pump the brakes on his career. David tells me the benefits, pay and flexibility with his college schedule are just some of the reasons he gets behind this wheel each day.
We usually throw our student lights on so other drivers so they don't back into us. And this is a lot more exciting and rewarding than any other job I've ever done.
It's music to the ears of school districts who have mostly been singing the blues this year. I reached out to more than 24 Valley districts, and only a handful told me they're fully staffed. The openings got us wondering who determines how many bus drivers a district actually needs. I checked with the state, and DPS tells me right now there are no laws on the books that govern how many bus drivers a district needs. So right now it's up to each individual district to decide. But how do you determine the routes? Is it just based on geography and who lives near who?
There's a lot of factors that play into it.
Like population, how many students are there? Geography, where do students live? Numbers, how many schools are there in a district? And considerations for special needs students.
It comes down to primarily the need of each and every single student, how we determine the route.
Now to see which districts are hiring and what incentives they're offering to new drivers, head to abc15.com/search right now.
Tracking your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. Happy first day of November, everybody. Your first day of November's forecast looking fantastic with partly cloudy skies and temperatures starting off in the mid-60s here in the valley, climbing to near 80 degrees at noon and topping out in the mid-80s later today. Sunset time now at 5:36. There's our expected high, about 84 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear and mild with overnight lows down to about 61. And elsewhere across Arizona today, highs climbing into the upper 50s in Flagstaff, mid-60s there in Heber and Shoalo, 70 in Sedona with 80s along the Colorado from Bullhead City down to Yuma. And again, skies across the entire state generally mostly clear to partly cloudy throughout the afternoon. So here's your 7-day forecast. We stay in the mid-80s for a while. Partly cloudy through tomorrow with lows near 60. And notice the rest of the week, skies clear out. Sunny skies from Wednesday through at least Saturday, with the warmest day of the week being this Thursday with a high of 87 and those lows staying near 60 degrees.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, go to abc15.com or just download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.